Good morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. It is Saturday. It has gone lunchtime. I woke at 8, no, I woke at 9, then I woke at 10, and then I woke at 11. Everything hurts. Lee had to help me put my shoes on, no, my socks on. My own fault. This is a test of my theory that it's all down to food, that I have been stupidly eating that I shouldn't. I had a packet of crisps last night, and within minutes, my stomach was hurting and I felt sick, which means my body has reached a point where it's saying, stop now, stop doing all this naughty stuff and start behaving. So yes, that'll be what it's to do with. Lee has gone to start the car. We're going to drop some bits off at my parents that they need. So we're just gonna go to the village shop because I don't want to go to a supermarket, and hopefully they'll have all the bits my mum needs. And then we'll take those to mum and dad. And yeah, it was grotty and horrible and windy all night long, but now it's looking quite nice. So Lee and I might go for a little stroll around the village later, we'll see. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Lee's been to the butcher's and got him and the boys some yummy treats. I'm working on this very tricky puzzle. It is that one there, which is a burning alien, but the pieces are very thin, which means they just keep popping up, which is annoying, but I'm going to give it a go. I've taken all of the flamey ship bits out, and I'm going to spread them out around and see if I can start getting the ship together. I went to get some bits from the village shop for my parents, and my card wouldn't work. So I checked the cash points in town and my card still wouldn't work. So I need to ring NatWest. It's because when we bought Kenzie's birthday present the other day online, they blocked my card because it was a £400 purchase, even though I authorised it. Now, the item has arrived this morning, so I know they eventually authorised it the second time when I'd gone through the process of what I thought was unblocking my card, but it would appear my card is still not working. So I need to try and ring them now and sort that out and get my card functioning again. You got up at 7? Mm-hmm. Brendan was still in bed when we got back from, Did you go for your walk?
Yeah, that's why I was dressed.
Did you go round the loop?
Yes.
How bad was the mud?
I have muddy shoes.
You have muddy shoes?
Probably dried by now, but still.
It's very muddy round on the loop. All the fields are flooded. Sharing what is it, yogurt coated raisins or white chocolate coated raisins?
White chocolate.
Nice. These are from the post van. This is how I'm doing with my puzzle. It is very difficult. You have to really study this box to see where each little piece might go. And they're funny shapes as well, and they overlap. It's not sort of standard configuration. They overlap like this rather than lining up more like that. They overlap. But I'm slowly getting there. There were moments when I thought I'll just box it up and give up, but I've done that much, so it's just a challenge, that's all. Every night when I sit down to do this puzzle, I throw this spider off the table, and every night he comes back. He must be a puzzle addict. I blew him off the table the other day because I didn't want to hurt him. I thought I'd squashed him the first night by moving him too quickly. It's like he sees me coming and doing my puzzle and thinks he has to come and join in, but I'm scared he'll get squashed. And then he was on my arm last night, so I had to blow him off the table. Go on, that way. I don't want to squish you, little spider. Thank you. There he goes. Silly little spider. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming. So having chatted on NatWest, I think what's happened is I had a letter come through this week with a new card, and I assumed it was a replacement card for the joint account, which I never used the card for the joint account, so I assumed it had just run out, and they'd sent it to me, so I popped it in the drawer thinking, well, I never use a joint account card, I'll stick it in the drawer. And it looks like this might actually be a new card, because actually when I read the letter just now, it said, we sent you a new debit card because the systems have identified that your existing card may be at risk of being used fraudulently. So NatWest have got it triggered as being stolen. So that looks like that might be what the problem is. So I have a new card which I now need to change it on everything, my Amazon and everything I use it on, which is really frustrating. But at least my card is not at risk of, you know, being cloned or whatever, so I suppose it's a good thing. Oh, excuse me. Lee's decided we're having takeaway. He wanted fish and chips and I said, I can't eat fish and chips, I've got to be good now because of my eating too much wheat and all that stuff. And he was like, oh, well, we'll just have to sit here and eat fish and chips then without you. And I was like, no. So what's happening is he's gone to get Chinese because I can have rice noodles and I can have rice. So yeah, that's what's happening. I'm having chicken with rice noodles, like chow mein, and I'm having, oh, excuse me, I'm having mushroom fried rice. And let me show you what I've done on this puzzle. It's very, very difficult. I couldn't fold the puzzle up, it's too delicate.
Pause. Pause.
The boys have been sent, what are you watching? Oh, Doctor Who. Have been sent in here to eat, haven't you? Is this the wedding with Donna?
Yeah, Brendan. She zaps out.
And the things that fly around. Oh no, this is where she gets zapped out.
Yeah, she gets zapped out into times and they go,
What?
who are you?
What? I'll have one of those, please.
I'll have one of those,
thank
please.
you. Go on then, Kenzie, you can. We may as well.
The last one.
I'm not that worried about having another one.
I don't know how many I've had.
They'll just make me bloated. That'll be my last one. The last of the Christmas cokes. We don't often have Coke in the house. But I did buy 2 packs of 8, 2 packs of 6, whatever they are, at Christmas. And those were the last 3. And I don't really want them hanging around in the house because I don't like Kenzie having access to fizzy pop. It's not good for our teeth. So yes, it was just a Christmas treat. Anyway, I am still working on my puzzle. The boys are still watching Doctor Who. And we've got Chinese for tomorrow as well because we bought so much of it. We've got some for tomorrow. What have I got to share with you? It's a very short vlog and I'm really sorry, people. It is a very short vlog. Now, somebody did ask me a question. Hold on one second. That's what it was. Orky asked me as a Q&A thing about buying a van. Did I can't remember the exact wording of the question. Basically, did I think, regret having a van as my everyday vehicle? And, you know, what advice have I got about a van for an everyday vehicle? Now, it would have been nice to have a bigger, longer wheelbase, high top van. I'm not going to say otherwise. It would have been for space and layout and height and everything. But I can stand up in Spog quite comfortably. Slightly stooped maybe, but comfortably. And I can park Spog quite easily in most car parks. The only problem I do have is a height barrier. So he does have a roof rack on, which I could take off and then he'd probably fit under more of the barriers. But we are restricted by barriers. We can't go in multi-storey car parks and that is a pain. But, and admittedly in the last year I haven't driven around very much, it has meant just thinking about parking before we drive somewhere. So that has been the only difference really to our day-to-day life. We still use Spog if we were going to go and do our food shopping and things like that. And there's usually somewhere to park, usually at the back of the car park where there is more space, rather than before I would go to the front of the car park of a supermarket, so you haven't got so far to walk, and just take a space near the door. Now I walk further because I go and put the van in one of the back spaces because there's always loads of spaces around, so I don't usually have to faff around with parking too much. Some of the spaces can be quite narrow in some car parks, especially older ones. But on the whole, I don't really have a problem. The odd barrier, I would say, is the only problem. We have a driveway, but we've got the caravan, which obviously those of you who've been watching my channel for a long time know the caravan doesn't go anywhere. It's incapable of going anywhere. That is just for storage and a hangout zone that I originally got for the boys when they were a bit younger. So yeah, so we have to park Spog on the road because it's a 2-space driveway, and Lee has the other space. So we have the caravan, and then Lee parks behind the caravan, and then I park out on the road. Sometimes there's a problem parking, but that would be a problem no matter what I had, because the amount of people that are now here, when we moved in, there would have been no problem parking on the road. There was no cars on the roads whatsoever. It was literally on the driveways and that was it. But obviously all the kids have grown up from being little into teenagers, getting their own cars, that kind of stuff. So there are now a lot of cars out there, which means it is harder to park, but that would be the case whether I had a little car or a big van. But yeah, I would say Spog is just the right size for an everyday vehicle. Just the right size. You know, if I had another van, like not another van, if I had another car, then I probably would have gone for a bigger van. But as an everyday vehicle, I would say I've got the size just right. I think I'll finish the vlog here. I'm going to carry on with my puzzle. I'm sorry it's not been very riveting and exciting today, but that's just how our Saturday has been. And I do like to keep these vlogs very realistic, so even if it's boring, that's what you get, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. It's real life. We did have a bit of an excitement with finding out that my my card was stolen. Not stolen. I had my card. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened there, but at least it's sorted now, and I have hopefully a functioning card. So I've swapped them over in my wallet purse thing, which is actually my phone case, if I'm honest. It's the only thing I take out with me. And let's just hope it works next time I go and buy something. I do need to get some fuel. Maybe I should try it before I go and fill up the tank of fuel, because that could be quite embarrassing, couldn't it, not being able to pay for it. Oops. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow.